Hello, it's me. I be wondering. Okay, is this working? That's all we're trying to do here. Most of the times, okay, why do I have this on? No need. I never apply lipsticks. Like never. I always do lip gloss. I have all types of lip gloss. I can tell you all types of like I can even tell you which is the best, which is not the best, which is what like I can go on and on about lip gloss. But I felt like, you know what? My background is white, everything is white. We can actually do pink, we can do blue, we can like go all out. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Wait, is this working? I've been doing this and then realizing that this one is not working. So I think this was a good trial. Anyways, this is maybe the third, fourth time we're doing this, but we're gonna do it in like a whole. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So welcome back to my channel. I've been very much MIA, and we're back. 2023 is gonna be a transformational year. That's my word of the year. So it's gonna be like a whole process. Okay, how are you all? How has it been? The new year has started in like a different vibe, and I'm glad about it. So I think it's a right. Yeah, I'm a bit late, but I think it's a right time to talk about vision boards because you're never too late to make vision boards. Okay, so how have I been? I've been great. I have been great. I know most of the followers or most of the people who watch these videos are always from Instagram, so you have seen that I was in Mauritius. That was like my first ever vacation with my own money. Like, you know, with my own money, not my parents' money, not my like sponsor, not with my own money. So it was like it was my first vacation ever. But then it was like also a vacation that I really toiled up for it, you know, like something that I've really like worked hard for it. And it was the major best experience that I have had. And I like that I had that experience with like the people very close to me. I had that experience with friends that I've had for over 10 years. We have changed, we have explored, we have become humans. We were already humans doing. We've become great ladies, great women, and I think I love the way we're exploring and we are helping each other out, or we are holding each other down, holding each other up, holding each other down. Like we are there for each other as we keep on growing and growing and growing. So I really like that I had this experience with my ladies. I am in a place where I'm so excited about this year. My goals for this year are too big, so I have to be doing a lot of things, and I am okay with crossing over. Like, you know, there are points where you feel like, okay, now I'm stretching. I'm actually stretching. Like I feel I'm stretching. So that's what I've been doing this January and the start of February. And I think this is gonna be like, it's going to be a change year. It's going to be a transformational year. And I know when it comes to transformation, it's like something that brings a lot of pain, a lot of hard work, a lot of things that you feel like, okay, this is a bit stretched. This is like something huge. This is something that I've never done before. So I'm gonna put myself out there more because I have huge goals. I'm going to be sharing some of the things I'm going to bring you in my life so that we have an interactive session, even though it's about a different topic. So we are speaking about vision boards today, and I am now getting comfortable with the topic because I feel like it's something that I've been doing. So I'm literally talking about it out of experience. There's a lady, if at all you remember, or if at all you can actually lead me to that direction, please do. But there's a lady who started something called Vision Board Academy, if I'm doing the name correct. But she's one of those ladies who have actually taught about vision boards, and she has explained it to different people. And that lady is the one who has really got me up to speed about vision boards and how to go about it and what you can do better and how to do the whole thing. So I remember I've listened to at least two full podcasts, and they were very long. They were like 1 hour, so I listened to it for like a whole 3 days or something. But that lady is the one that literally made me more aware and more practicing the vision board situation. And now I cannot remember the name of that podcast or that lady. Like I've literally researched, and I still can't get her. But she was maybe the founder and someone who has really inspired and shaped the way along the vision boards scenario and how it works and everything. So what are vision boards? Vision boards are basically something in a picture, a board that has your visions in picture form. So back in the days they used to like bring out what are they called, a lot of magazines, and then start scrapping off the magazines and cutting them off and then printing them, and then sticking them to the board. But then time has moved, time has gone on, and now it's maybe very hard for you to like take all the magazines or printed magazines and then start scrapping off your goals. And high chances maybe your goals that do not even exist in magazines yet, you know, maybe your goals are like content creations like some of us, and they're not like things that you can actually find in magazines, you know. So I always felt like I felt like before I started doing vision boards, I felt like maybe I might not get like all I can't get Oprah in like all magazines I want, you know. So I have developed a different way on how to work on vision boards. So I'll start from maybe where I come from. When I finished my university, I went straight to law school. So I went straight to law school just after university. And after law school, you have now time to go home and rest. So before I finished my university, I had time for internship. So I did my internship, and I remember my internship was very hard, and it was hard because I'm the firstborn and I'm the only child to my mom, and my first goal was to like start providing for my mom. And at that point, just after law school, I could not provide for my mom. And it was a couple months, like it was a lot of months that I was just home and I could not secure a job. Like you're just done from university and you're looking for jobs, but you can't secure a job. So I remember this was the time I was very like my first recollection of the time that I was depressed. No, maybe my only recollection of the time that I was depressed. Okay, not only, I remember some other occasions, but this was the time that I was very down. I was depressed. I was so like I could not get over myself. I was so much crying. I was and that's always my what's it called? That's always my indication that I'm very depressed. Like I cry, like I really cry, like 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Like I can really cry, and this is always when I know something is not great in my mental space. So this was the time I was very, very, very depressed. I was just going back home and looking at my mom, like nothing. She was doing nothing, to be honest. She was actually providing for herself. She was actually at a place where she was not asking me to do anything. But then I was just giving myself so much responsibilities on my shoulder that I have to start providing for my mother. She doesn't have to start continue struggling while I'm already done with university. She's already done all she can. So now I'm supposed to like start providing for her. And life was not easy with her. So it was not easy at home. So I really felt like there was huge potential for me because I'm done with university. So I'm supposed to have a job. I'm supposed to get a job, and I couldn't get a job. So that was the moment that I was so depressed. Very, very, very depressed, like super depressed. So I had an internship. The internship was with a law firm. So I remember the internship was paying me 6,000. I was living very far away, and it was like I would take a long time to even get the transport back home, and it was really like I really feel I'm even sad now thinking of that time. So and I'm very close to my mom, so I'm very connected to my mom. And this was the time where I felt I can't help myself, I can't help you, and I don't know how to make this relationship work. So most of the time she was mad. She was mad because I'm mad and I could not control why I'm mad. And it went on like that for months. So I just kept on coming back home and crying, coming back home and crying. Like I've been crying the whole day, and I'm just feeling all sad. I just don't want to do anything. Now I'm tired. I've been really struggling. I've been really trying to get a job and everything. And it felt like I'm struggling. Not it felt I was actually struggling. So I remember I took a calendar. You know those a normal calendar. At the back of the calendar is always white. So I took a calendar. So I wrote down everything that I wanted to achieve, everything that I thought could work, everything that I was thinking of. Because while I was in university is when I started reading a lot of self-help books. So the good thing is that I had the strategies, or I had they were in my head that this is, if you choose to get out of the situation, this is like what are the things that you can do. So in my head, I just wanted to get out of the situation, but I couldn't know how to get out of the situation if I don't get a job. So I was like, I just want an out. And in my head, it was already ticking and it was already clicking that better days are ahead of you, better days are ahead of you, better days are coming, but you have to actually think of the better days. So I took the calendar and I wrote everything that I wanted to happen in my life. I wrote about, I hope I get that calendar back, but at this point I don't know where it is. But I wrote everything that I wanted to achieve and things that can get me there. Now I tried not to think of things that are not in my realm of getting them. Like, yeah, it's a job, but it is not just my ability to get a job. It needs like a lot of universes and a lot of things that did not need money to get. So I wrote about I wrote that I would need a job, but I also wrote that for me to get a job I need to do different courses. So let's say I want a job in law firm. At that point I was just done out law school, so that was the only thing I was thinking in my head. So I wanted a job as a lawyer. So if I wanted a job as a lawyer, what exactly can I do? So what are the skills that a lawyer would need? Do I know Microsoft PowerPoint? Can I learn Microsoft PowerPoint? And the good part is I had a laptop, I had internet. So those were the things that working for me. And I started now building myself towards that direction. That get books, read books, get free books, read the free books, do courses, and get all the things that. So I wrote all these things down, and it started it started to open up that there's actually light, kuna mwanga at the end of the tunnel. And that was my first experience of doing a vision board. It did not have any pictures, of course, but it had like a direction that I wanted to set my life to. And I think that's always what the vision board brings. So I was reading this book the other day that talks about very successful people, and they were saying how their habits included writing down their goals. And they were saying about how the road to success includes the fact that they were waking up every day and they were reading their goals. I have a hard time believing in that. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe Bankresa doesn't wake up in the morning and that my goals are. I don't think that's a practical way. Like, I don't think that's actually a secret to it. Although I know like a number of books, a number of articles talk about that, but I just have a different direction of thinking about it. I feel like successful people have their goals intact. Like, they have their focused vision that this and this and this is what I want to happen this year. This and this and this is what I want to work for me. This and this and this is what I need. This and this and this is the goal that I want to achieve. Maybe they wake up every morning understanding that this is where I'm going. This is what I'm working towards. And meeting a couple of successful people, I think like that's what really keeps them moving, because they actually know their target, they actually have a goal, they actually have something to achieve. So from that, I feel like that's where vision boards come in. That's where writing your goals down come in, because you need focus, you need something that works for you, you need something that when you wake up every day in the morning, you actually remember that this and this and this is why I actually woke up this morning. So my process of making a vision board, so I was saying the other day on Instagram, as I said, I do not print out magazines. I do not print out magazines at all. I have a guy who, a normal guy that just print pictures like this. And okay, so it's a good thing that I'm in the process of actually making a vision board. So I'm going to explain how you can actually make a vision board. So first, get yourself a board, like just any board. If you're doing it, you can do it in a picture, like those picture boards. What are they called? Picture frames, a big picture frame, because what you're doing it in like a surface. So you can actually do it on a surface, or you can even do it on calendar and then put the calendar on like a picture frame, or you can actually do the calendar on its own, because that's what you need. You just need somewhere to print or to like bandika your pictures and you're good to go. So first things first, I always take all the pictures. Like during the year, since I started doing this during the year, I would have like pictures that I have seen somewhere and I feel like this one would work for my vision board, or this is actually a representation of my vision, and then I would save it. So I have a board on Instagram that is Save Vision Board for pictures like that, because I feel like these days we look at Instagram a lot. So I have a board on Instagram, and I also have a board on Pinterest because I use a lot of Pinterest when with ideas and whatnot. So I also have a board in Pinterest that actually has some of the visions that I've seen. You know, pictures that you see and you're like, this one represents my vision. So basically, how it works for me, I use Ear Compass. I've talked about it before, but I use Ear Compass. Just Google Ear Compass, and then you'll find like a whole website that explains what Ear Compass is and how it's going to assist you. And then it's literally just handbook. The handbook. It's a handout. It's a booklet that has everything that would help you think about your goals. So the first thing that it makes you do is like look back from last year, and then it tells you how to start looking in the next year, and then it puts your goals in like different way: physical, career, work, lifestyle, and putting all of that. So my process is always starting with a ear compass. So I would fill in the ear compass, and then I would have my goals and representation of my goals and what I want to achieve in the next year, and then I would have it all down, and then that now will bring me in a current situation of like thinking of pictures and things that would work for my goals. So I the first I the first thing I sent, I screenshot all the pictures that I've saved from all places, and then I send it to my I print them. So I literally just print the pictures. So here I have these are some of the pictures that I have printed. This is an Airbnb. So this is like how I wish one of my Airbnbs to look like. An Airbnb is one of my goals for this year. So this is an Airbnb. This one is Oddity. She does YouTube, and this was one of her photos of making or of one of her photos for YouTube, and I really want concentration and what has to be done on YouTube. So I think this is a good representation and like makes me think of the goal as much. I love doing weights, and I think that's why I have weights. Like if I do gym, the only thing that I like to do is like lifts and trainings. There's a name, I'm not remembering the name, but that's what I like. So because I want to do a lot of gym this year, so this is in my vision board. I love Sophia Rush, I hope I'm saying the name correctly, but this is just and then I feel like I feel creepy because I'm thinking about someone taking a photo of me and then putting it on her vision board. Like, isn't that creepy? But yeah, this is my prayer to God always for a relationship with someone is always, if they're two joyous, peaceful, happy relationship or happy marriages left in the world, can I be one of them? So I really want something that just spurs in peace, love, and joy. Like I want something that I'm always just happy about. I'm waking up these days and I actually thank God that, you know what, I'm not even faking the happiness. I'm not acting like I'm happy, but I'm deep down happy. Like I wake up and I'm joyous and I'm happy, and I wish something like that about my marriage. So this, I feel like this is a representation of that. And yeah, I don't want to know about what they have. Maybe it's not something, maybe in real life it's not something that I would wish for, but for now this is what goes on my vision board because I really wish to like meet a partner that indicates that in his life or in our life. So I always printed up the photos, and then I would like print them up, and then now I'll start sticking them in my vision board. So I had done that before. So I was working with a vision board that has like some sticked up position, but it's not sticked because I couldn't see my scissors or I couldn't get like a glue. So I got that today. I feel like I'll be done with it as soon as possible. But yeah, that's always how you do it. And then afterward you have to put it in a place that you can actually see it, like in a place that you can actually concentrate at. And now the lady, the podcast, or like the vision board lady was talking about how the vision board, your visions have to be of short term. It can't be like, it can, but don't put a vision board for like 5 years, 10 years. It just makes you think like time is still on your favor. So she always say like put a vision board for a year, and when you're done with your year, just close it up, like remove everything, and then start something for the next year. So that's what I did last year. I had a vision board, and some of the goals I ticked off, some I didn't, but I like removed it all, thanked and was very gratitude was very grateful on where I had achieved to the goals, and I've done a different vision board for this year, and I think it works for me, and I hope it's gonna work for you. I hope I have been very I've been okay. The last part is some of the people feel like someone like me, I am most of the time on my phone, so it's always working. So I want to try it this year and do like an online vision board, or like a literal online vision board that I can work with. So they're always done on Canva, or you can do yours on Canva. Canva provides you like a free template and everything, and then you can just place your pictures on Canva. So that way you don't have just something that you can look at the end of the day or at the start of the day in the morning while you're home, but then you have something that reminds you of your goal all the time while you're at work, while you're anywhere, while you're driving to anywhere, like anywhere that you can see you can see a whole representation of your goals. So it also works for some people that they just do online goals. So if it works for you too, that's good. The only thing that you have to do is like have the visions always on the place that you're at. So it's, if you're doing it online, if you're doing it like hard copy like me, or if you're like old school like me, then all is good for you. Just find something that works for you. So that's it. That's it for me. I am curious though, while I'm making my vision board, it was hard for me to imagine it at work. Like I know most of the only thing that I can imagine at work is like where I want to be in like 1 year, or where I want to be in terms of, or who I look up to in terms of work. But then I'm thinking the projects that I work on at work, I don't know who has actually done. Yeah, I do know, but then I have a different way of doing them and a different way of working around it, and it's a different way of like spending your 8 hours. So I'm here thinking like how to put the goals, or how to put your work goals in your vision board. Like, how do you guys do it? How do you put your work goals in your vision board? Do you put a person that you adore in your vision board? Do you put some of the examples of people who have accomplished, even that, if, even though they're out of the country or something like that, but some of the projects or some of the things that show up your projects out there, like how do you work around the work vision board? That's the only part that I've not figured out, and I hope you comment below and you tell me how, like, how you do it, and how maybe we can do it for this year, and like reimagine and re-envision, or like actually vision up our workplaces and how they can fit us, or how we can improve, how we can, the goals that we have. Because yes, I have the goals, but I just don't know how to put them in like visuals that will remind me of where I want to go. I hope I have exhausted everything. I had like questions that were posted on Instagram at a point, so I was looking at them. So I really hope I've exhausted everything. But if I haven't, please just reach out, ask me, and we can actually have a good discussion about this somewhere else. I am so thankful that I found all my sweet subscribers here. I can't promise anything, but I'm gonna be transformational this year, and we're gonna be more YouTube, and we're going to like have these chit chats and discussions and everything once in a while. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for like doing this. If this has helped you in anyhow, please share it with someone you love, share it with your family, and see you next time, sweet souls.